There comes a moment in every person's life when the mirror no longer lies. You look at yourself, not the reflection you have polished for the world, not the smile you wear in front of friends, not the strength you pretend to carry, but the raw truth of who you are. In that moment, you are face to face with your fears, your failures, and the quiet dreams you have been too afraid to speak aloud. That moment is the beginning of real life, because it is when you stop hiding from reality and start living within it. Reality does not wait for your invitation. It arrives unannounced. Often when you least expect it, sometimes when you feel least prepared. It comes as the loss you swore you could never survive. It comes as a test you never thought you would face. It comes as the loneliness that settles deep into your bones. But reality also comes as the unplanned laughter that lights up a room. It comes as the unexpected kindness of a stranger. It comes as a moment of strength you never knew you had. Reality is not one thing. It is 1,000 things. And if you can learn to see it clearly, you will realize it is not here to destroy you, but to shape you. I have lived long enough to understand that life will test you beyond your imagination. In prison, reality was a small cell with cold walls and a floor that knew the weight of my steps too well. Reality was hearing the key turn in the lock and knowing I could not open it. It was waking up each morning and wondering how many more mornings would look exactly the same. But in that same prison, I discovered a truth that no God could take away. My spirit was my own. My dignity was my own. My dreams were my own. No matter how confined the body may be, the mind can remain free if it refuses to bow to despair. The truth is, life is not fair. It never promised to be. You will face injustice. You will meet people who betray your trust. You will be misunderstood, underestimated, even hated for simply being who you are. But life also offers you choices. Choices in how you respond, in how you carry yourself, in how you turn pain into purpose. The unfairness of life is not an excuse to give up. It is a challenge to rise higher. Many people wait for the perfect time to begin living fully. They wait for the day when all the problems disappear, when the fear is gone, when the path is clear. They wait, and while they wait, life slips away like sand between their fingers. I tell you this: there will never be a perfect moment. There will only be this moment, and in this moment, you have a decision to make. Will you step forward, or will you stand still? The ones who step forward, even in uncertainty, are the ones who discover how far they can go. I have seen courage in the most unexpected places. So I have seen men with nothing left to lose stand up to defend what is right. I have seen women who have been silenced for years find the strength to speak. I have seen children, with all the innocence the world tried to take from them, still choose to dream. That is the reality we forget, that even in hardship, there is light in the human spirit that cannot be put out. It is not the absence of suffering that defines us, but the refusal to let suffering steal our humanity. When people ask me how I survived those long years of imprisonment, I tell them, survival was not my goal, living with purpose was. I knew that if I allowed my spirit to be broken, the walls would have done their job. I knew that if I let bitterness consume me, I would walk out of prison still, carrying invisible chains. So I chose to see those years not as wasted time, but as preparation. Every day, I trained my mind, I strengthened my resolve, I nurtured my vision for a free nation. Because reality, no matter how harsh, can be the training ground for greatness if you choose to use it. Reality will strip away your illusions. It will reveal the people who truly stand with you and those who only stand near you for flaw, as long as it benefits them. It will show you that not everyone will understand your path, and not everyone needs to. You do not live to be understood by everyone. You live to fulfill the truth of your own existence. Do not waste your life explaining yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you. There will be days when the weight of life feels too heavy to carry. You will feel tired of trying, tired of hoping, tired of believing. On those days, you must remember this: rest, but do not quit. Even the strongest among us have moments of weakness. Strength is not the absence of weakness. It is the will to rise again after you have been knocked down. Life will demand sacrifices from you. It will ask you to give when you have little left. It will ask you to forgive those who hurt you. It will ask you to hold on to your vision when everyone around you tells you it's impossible. And in those moments, you will discover who you truly are. Not in the easy times, but in the moments when you feel like letting go and choose not to. People often think freedom is something given by others. I have learned that the greatest freedom is the one you give yourself. The freedom from fear, from bitterness, from self-doubt. These are the real prisons. And they are harder to escape than any made of steel. The reality of life is that you may never be able to control the circumstances, but you can always control your respondents. You can decide that no matter what is taken from you, your character will remain intact. The path you walk will be filled with obstacles. There will be storms that threaten to tear you apart. There will be seasons when nothing seems to move forward, but the path is still worth walking, because each step you take, no matter how small, carries you closer to the person you are meant to become. And the person you become is far more important than any comfort you might lose along the way. I have learned that defeat is not the end. The ones who make history are not those who never fail, but those who refuse to accept failure as final. They take the pain, the rejection, the heartbreak, and they use it as fuel. They understand that reality will not hand them the life they dream of. They must create it themselves, one decision at a time. One day, you will look back and see that every challenge carried a lesson. You will see that the moments you thought would break you were the very moments that built you. You will realize that reality, with all its cruelty and beauty, was not here to destroy you. It was here to prepare you for the life you were meant to live. So, when reality comes to you with its storms and shadows, sit tall. Do not run from it. Face it with courage. Tell it, I am ready. Because you are. You were not made to hide. You were made to endure. You were made to rise. You were made to take the raw materials life has given you, both the blessings and the burdens, and build something that will last long after you are gone. Your reality is your teacher. It is not always gentle, but it is always shaping you. And if you can learn from it, if you can embrace it, if you can use it, there is nothing in this world that can truly defeat you. So take this day, this imperfect, uncertain, beautiful day, and step into it with all that you are. Do not wait for life to get easier. Grow strong enough to handle it as it is. Do not wish for fewer problems. Build the courage to face the ones you have. And remember, the reality of life is not meant to be escaped. It is meant to be lived fully, fiercely, and without regret. And understand this: life will not slow down for you to catch your breath. It will move forward, whether you stand still or not. Every sunrise is a reminder that time is not waiting for your hesitation. If you spend your days wishing for another life, you will miss the one you are living now. You will miss the moments that matter, the conversations, the smiles, the lessons that can only be learned in the present. When I walked out of prison after 27 years, many believed that freedom would taste only sweet. But I tell you the truth, it was bittersweet. The world I returned to was not the same as the one I had left. Friends were gone. Some had died, some had lost hope. The streets were filled with both celebration and struggle. Reality had not waited for me. It had kept moving, and I had to find my place in it once more. That was when I learned another truth. Freedom is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning of a new responsibility. The same is true for you. When you achieve your goal, it will not be the end. It will be the start of the next challenge. Many people fear challenges, but challenges are the proof that you are alive. A life without them would be a life without growth. It is in the heat of difficulty that the steel of your character is forged. Without the fire, the metal remains soft, and so too does the human spirit. That is why you must not run from the things that test you. They are shaping you in ways you cannot yet see. There will be people who will tell you that your dreams are too big, that your goals are unrealistic. Some will laugh, some will doubt you. Some will even hope you fail, so they can feel better about not trying themselves. Do not give their voices more weight than your own. Those who change the world are rarely understood at the beginning, but they are remembered at the end. I have known failure. I have known the taste of defeat. So I have stood before my people with plans that did not work out, with speeches that could not heal the pain in their hearts. But I have also learned that failure is not fatal unless you allow it to be. Every time you fall, you are given the chance to rise with greater wisdom. The ground you stumble on today may be the very ground on which you stand tall tomorrow. Forgiveness is one of the hardest realities of life. People will hurt you, sometimes deeply, and the world will tell you that revenge will bring peace. But revenge is a fire that burns you from the inside long before it reaches the other person. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting what happened or allowing injustice to go unchallenged. It means refusing to let the hurt own you. It means freeing yourself from the chains of bitterness so you can walk into the future unburdened. When I forgave those who kept me in prison, I did not do it for them. I did it for myself. I did it because I knew that if I carried the weight of hate with me, I would remain a prisoner even in the open air. And if you wish to live fully, you too must let go of the things that poison your spirit. Reality will also teach you the value of patience. In a world obsessed with speed, patience is a rare and powerful strength. You will be tempted to rush, to force things before their time. But the most lasting victories are not won in haste. They are built with steady, deliberate steps. The tree that grows too quickly may have shallow roots. The one that grows slowly stands firm for generations. In my years of struggle, there were many days when it felt as though nothing was changing. But I learned that change often works quietly, like the seed beneath the soil. You may not see it, but it is growing. Your efforts may not seem to bear fruit immediately, but if you keep working, keep believing, keep planting seeds of kindness, courage, and justice, one day the harvest will come. Do not measure your life only by what you can hold in your hands. The greatest things you will ever give or receive cannot be touched. They can only be felt. Love, respect, trust, hope. These are the treasures that make life worth living. Reality will show you that material things can be taken away in a moment, but the values you live by will endure. There will be times when you must walk alone. Do not fear solitude. In solitude, you will hear the voice of your own heart more clearly. You will discover what truly matters to you beyond the noise of the world. And when you return to the crowd, you will walk among them not as someone who needs their approval, but as someone who knows who they are. Life is not a straight path. It will twist. It will turn. It will send you down roads you never expected. You will have moments when you feel lost. But sometimes being lost is what allows you to find a new direction. Sometimes the wrong turn is what leads you to the right place. Trust that the journey, no matter how uncertain, is taking you where you need to be. I have often said that courage is not the absence of fear. It is the triumph over it. You may never stop feeling fear completely, but you can learn to walk through it. Reality will give you countless reasons to be afraid, but it will also give you opportunities to be brave. And bravery is not always loud. Sometimes it is the quiet decision to try again tomorrow. Sometimes it is the gentle choice to keep loving in a world that has hurt you. The reality of life is that nothing lasts forever. Neither joy nor pain. Seasons change. People change. You will change. Do not cling too tightly to the way things are, because one day they will be different. Learn to embrace the flow of life. Celebrate the moments of joy while they last, and endure the moments of hardship, knowing they will pass. You will never have complete control over what happens to you, but you will always have control over how you respond. And in that response lies your power. Every day, you write the story of your life, not with what happens to you, but with what you choose to do about it. As I stand here today, looking back on the journey I have walked, I see a path filled with struggle, with sacrifice, with moments of deep sorrow. But I also see triumph. I see the faces of those who walked with me, those who believed when belief seemed foolish. I see the change we dreamed of begin to take shape. And I see that the reality of life, with all its pain and its beauty, was worth living. And so I leave you with this. Do not wait for life to become easy. Do not wait for the storms to pass. Learn to dance in the rain, to sing in the darkness, to hope in the silence, because reality is not your enemy. It is your greatest ally. If you are willing to face it with courage, it will break you. Yes, but only so it can build you stronger. It will test you. Yes, but only so you can know the depth of your strength. Live each day not as if it is guaranteed, but as if it is a gift. And when you reach the end of your journey, may you look back and know that you did not run from life, but walked into it fully, fiercely, and without regret.